Hi there, I'm Rob Crandall, and I'm a teaching artist with Methow Arts in Twist, Washington. I'm here today to share with you my love of juggling. I'm going to show you a couple tricks and show you the basic moves so that you all can become jugglers. Well, I've been a juggler for about 30 years, and it's one of my favorite things to do in the whole wide world. Now with juggling, it's a great thing because with juggling, it's fun for yourself. You learn new skills, you get to practice things. But what you're also doing is you're sharing a lot of love and laughter with the whole world. And Lord knows in this complicated world, we need a lot of love out there. So I love with my juggling, one of the favorite things I love is to share it with other people and help make people laugh. And it's really, really one of the funnest things I've ever learned to do. So today I'm going to show you how you juggle. So basically, a lot of times juggling, it's with three objects. And it's something like this. You're moving those three objects just like that. And to break it down, the way it goes, really that 3 throws and 3 catches is a juggle. So basically, this is a juggle. 1, 2, 3. And if you can do 3 throws and 3 catches, you are now a juggler. So in order to juggle, juggling is really the basic juggle is throwing 3 objects up in the air and then catching them all. So what we're going to need is for everybody to have 3 objects to juggle. And you can see here I have 3 juggling balls. These are really, really great to juggle. But if you don't have juggling balls, you can find whatever else is around. Maybe a baseball or a tennis ball, a pine cone, cool little beanbag, or you can even make your own juggling balls with balloons and rice. And we'll send you a video link on how to do that. All right, so once you've gotten your 3 objects together, ultimately what we're going to be trying to do with a juggle is to do 3 throws and 3 catches. And that looks something like this. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! And so with that, what the basics is that it starts off with 1 throw. And all you're going to do is you're going to take your object. You're going to hold it in one hand. I like to hold it right about kind of hip level. And you're going to toss it up to your other hand. So it just goes up and over. Started with my left hand, toss it over to my right. And then back the other way. Just one nice easy throw. I like to throw a little bit above the top of my head, just about right in this area. Okay, so now we're going to practice with 1 ball. Let's see if we can throw it back and forth 3 times without dropping it. So that looks something just like this. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! So you can see with those, I was able to do it. And each of those throws, it goes a little bit above the top of my head in terms of height. And then you'll see when I'm throwing, my hand is relaxed, it's right down around my hip, and my catching hand is in the same kind of space. So I'll do it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move on to 2 balls. And 2 balls is probably the hardest stage of juggling. If you can get this part down, juggling 3 balls will be no problem at all. So that looks something like this. It's going to be 2 throws and 2 catches. And the way it goes, I'm going to throw 1 ball up, again, just right up above the top of my head. And when it gets to its highest point, or its apex, then it's time to toss the other ball up. So I'm going to go 1, 2. And you can see that the balls ended up switching hands. I'll try it one more time. 1, 2. So if you're having trouble with this, there's a couple common things. The most common mistake I see with 2 balls is instead of doing 2 throws, 1, 2, there's kind of a throw and a pass, and it looks something like this. 1, 2, or 1, 2. And that is actually a great way to end up doing a thing that's called a circle juggle. But it's actually a little bit harder than this pattern right here. So really think about doing 2 throws and 2 catches. 1, 2. All right. We'll take a few moments and see if you can figure out how to do that. So now we're ready to go on to 3 balls. After we mastered 1 ball juggling and 2 ball juggling, now let's try 3. Because if we can do 3 throws and 3 catches, you will now be crowned a juggler. So the way it goes, I'm starting with 2 balls in one hand and 1 ball in the other hand. And I'm going to start throwing with a hand that has 2 balls in it. So the blue one is going to be my first toss. And it's the same pattern as 2. I'm going to throw 1 up when it gets up to its highest point or its apex. Then I'm going to throw up the 1 with the other hand. So 3 balls is going to look something just like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. And so you can see, again, if you're having trouble with this, you can do things that you can break it down a little bit and try throwing without catching. And that'll look something like this. I'm just going to do 3 throws. I'm not even going to try and catch them. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Try it one more time. 1, 2, 3. So we'll try it. I'm going to show you one more time with this juggling pattern. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And so that is the basic cascade pattern. And once you've been able to master that and do 3 throws and 3 catches, you are now a juggler. And then you can just kind of keep it going right from there. Ta-da! And I know I might make juggling look a little bit easy, but it takes time to really learn it. And so don't get frustrated with it. Just keep having fun. And remember, break it down into those 3 steps I talked about. Use whatever kind of ball or object that you can find. And again, we'll break it down. We'll first start with 1 ball, throwing it up and over. Move on to 2 balls. So it's going to be 1, 2. 2 throws, 2 catches. And then the last step is with 3 balls. Start with a hand with 2 balls into it, and it's going to look something like this. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Well, enjoy juggling and hope to see you out there.